What's going on, everyone? Andrew here with another episode of TRP Exclusive, and today we are going to continue talking about the incredible Texas relays that we saw over the previous weekend. We saw so many of the world's best track athletes finally hitting their outdoor season and running some pretty incredible times. And as the name states, these relays brought out some of the best relay races that I have ever seen, and for this video we are going to be talking about the men's 4x800 meter relay, which showcased one of the biggest upsets that you will ever see. Now, in this event, we had Kansas State, Ole Miss, Houston, LSU, Texas, Clemson, and Kansas, which are pretty big D1 programs, very solid track and field athletes. But we also had South Plains, a community college from Texas that just so happens to have some of the best 800 meter runners in the nation. Now, before this race, I was completely unaware of South Plains, but with each passing lap, I became more aware that these athletes are incredible. So for the opening 800 meters, South Plains went ahead and took the lead at 1 minute and 49 seconds, taking the lead over Clemson, Kansas, and everyone. It was just incredible to witness. And as this race continued, South Plains only continued to impress, as the second and third legs showcased splits of 1 minute and 52 seconds and a third leg of 1 minute 48.32 seconds. At this point in the race, South Plains was ahead by about a second and a half, with University of Clemson in second at 5 minutes and 31 seconds. But I don't think anyone was prepared for what was about to happen, because Kamar Farquharson from South Plains took off like an absolute rocket over this final 800. Just look at the gap that opens up over this final lap. You've got about 10 meters, then 15, and this grows to about 25 to 30 meters with one lap to run. Now here's the really crazy part here. This first lap of this final 800 was achieved in 48.5 seconds, which is world record pace by a huge margin. In fact, it's slightly faster than what David Rudisha did for the actual 800 world record back in 2012. Kamar Farquharson was absolutely moving, and he had a huge lead. And at this point, barring some kind of crazy fall or some kind of accidental disqualification, South Plains is going to win this race by a pretty big margin. And with a finishing split of 1 minute 45.57 seconds, they won this race with not only a new meeting record, which is a big deal because the Texas relays have some serious powerhouses come to this meet, but he broke the facility record, which means that any 4x800 that has ever gone down at the University of Texas was just defeated by this junior college program. This is unbelievable. Only adding to the drama was the fact that Kamar Farquharson's final 800 would actually place him as the fourth fastest 800 athlete in the world this year. I wasn't sure exactly who these athletes were heading into this meet, but I fully expect to see them perform well as the season continues, and at 145, I think he's got a chance to showcase some pretty solid results at this year's NCAA Finals, at least making the final, because this is an amazing opening lap, and running this fast is pretty rare for a collegiate athlete. South Plains is not a D1 program at the end of the day, but what they just did is totally NCAA Final caliber running, and I am very excited to see what they do for the rest of the season, and it turns out they actually won this event last year as well. So it turns out South Plains has some serious consistency, at least when it comes to 800 meter running. Anyways, I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter at this incredible 4x800 meter race. Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, until next time.